All right. Hello, hello, one and all. It is Badger Wild. And we are back. Still doing the little chill stream here. I've got a few things I've got to do to this vehicle, this skimmer, to make it work. Like I said, a lot of this stuff I'll have to haul off and start working on. But hey, we're here today. We're doing some fun stuff. I'm going to set these over to red here. Lower the intensity down. Also going to go to this and see if we can't get this to go to like a yellowish orange look. Kind of like that, but not as crazy. Let's lower that intensity just a bit. There we go. It looks like more of a vehicle now. That's it's a vehicle. We'll put it like that. And we're gonna go ahead and do some stuff here. Crixion, sup, Badger? Managed to catch you at the start of your stream today. Yeah, I'm coming in late. I'm coming in late. It sucks, but I'm coming in late. So let's see here. What all have I got on this thing? I know I've got. There it is. We shall set up the small connector to switch lock. And I also want to set the hydrogen engine on this to toggle on and off. And yeah, there we go. That's the first two things. There, we can turn that off. Ah, there we go. I may do some modifications to the side of this thing just to round some stuff out, make it look a little more interesting, to say the least. Other than that, it's a good vehicle. Yeah, so got to thinking about the bike, and I may want to take this thing. I have what I think is a solution to the messed up nonsense that it's doing. Eric Evans, sup, Badger? Nice desert airboat. Desert airboat. Oh no, that's I'm calling this a skimmer. Well, I've got one here. We're gonna call these like desert skimmers to an effect. This thing's actually pretty good. If you've not seen it, it drives pretty good. It's fast. It maneuvers around. I've got a plan for this stuff. I just got into the mode of doing skimmers, and all day today I've been thinking about different skimmer designs and stuff. And I got the idea of doing something special with them. I just haven't figured out how I'm going to do it. I'm going to need some technical expertise, and that is going to come from Gomer because he's the only guy I know that has the technical skills that I need to make this all work. But yeah, the cool thing about this is you can actually remove the seats out the back and put a turret on the back of it, like a man turret. And this thing can pretty much drive around and shoot. You can have a guy shooting from the back of it. Like I said, there is a plan for this. There's an idea. And looking here, I just realized I don't have all the blocks. Looking like what I want them to look like. There we go. Those little things. Those just little things that just mess you up sometimes. Devil's in the details when it comes to making something awesome. It's always in the details. Well, knock these two off. We're gonna go with this nice rounded one because I think that looks a little better. And no, the salamander sadly will not be utilized for what I'm planning. As I'm planning something cool. You could also call them hover cars. Yeah, they're kind of a hover car, but for the idea I've got, I'm gonna have to make them call them like skiffs or skimmers or something like that. Could call them hovercraft. That would work as well. So an idea with this, I want this to be a two-seater bike for just two people with very limited space. This here's the more uh so this is This is me and my buddy are going to going to go get into some adventures and everything else. This over here is don't ask me questions, get the boys together, we're gonna go hurt some people. Kind of vehicular unit. Eric Evans again. Bike might work better as a trike. That's what I'm coming up with. Sorry, Badge reminds me of a Florida Everglade airboat for the desert. Yeah, I just realized I need to do something like that too. I need to do some kind of airboat. Actually, no, I should do an outrigger. Oh, I'm gonna pin that idea. I'm not gonna tell y'all what I'm gonna do yet, but I'm gonna pin that idea. Let's go up here where we've been doing all our building at, because this area has a nice lit area. We're gonna flip this around here. I got an idea on how to make this thing. Oh, I wish I could control the speed of that. Okay, that just landed perfectly. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab our bike here. I have a plan for this because I don't want this to look too perfect, if you catch my meaning. Okay, I'm gonna have to crouch down here and delete something, unfortunately. Oh boy. There we go. Okay, we're going to copy that right there. And I'm going to run this copy in here. And here's what we're going to do. If I do this correctly, we're going to modify this again. Gonna modify it. I want to modify it. I want to modify it, but it's just not wanting to modify. It's not wanting to do what I wanted to do. Okay, we're gonna have to screw that. I gotta delete one more block, I think. One more block, and that should do it. One more teeny tiny little block. And unfortunately, that's going to be our. Actually, hold up. Maybe I don't have to. We'll do this. Maybe I don't have to delete that block. Maybe this will work perfectly. Oh, come now. Oh, don't be like that. That is so annoying. Why would you just not snip on there? Okay, there's got to be a way for me to get this on. I'm going to have to kill the kickstand. Fuck it. Fuck it. We got to kill the kickstand. That's the unfortunate fact of the matter. Let me read through some more stuff. Iteration Crunchy, what's going on tonight? Still doing we are still building skimmers right now because the voting isn't done yet. Eric Evans, hydrofoil with riggers on piston suspensions. Kind of the idea I'm going for, but I want to make it more like a ship or something. Grexion, Badger, you could try something similar. What I did on my G28 Strider hover bike for your bike. Just see what I'm gonna do here because it's gonna make this thing even more how do I put this? Outlandish, to say the least. Okay, I'm gonna pull this off. Either that plate there is gonna hold the kickstand up and I'll be able to delete it later, or I'm just gonna lose that kickstand. Okay, we're good. Problem averted. Okay, we should be able to get this done. Let me pull this out there. Come on. Why? What's preventing me from putting this thing on there? Oh, I know. Hold up. Hold up. Okay, it's three in all directions. I know what the flippin' problem is. I know what the flipping problem is. Let me try this one more time. I have a plan, Arthur. Let's see if we can do it. No, it's not going to. But I know what the other problem is. I know what the problem is. I need to take two more plates off this thing. No, I'm not losing my mind, folks. I'm not crazy. Maybe a little crazy. Oops, that was the wrong button. I accidentally hit the little Windows thing. I don't even know what that button's called. Okay, we're just gonna do this sideways, I think. We'll do best. Oh yeah, there we go. Check that out. We finally got it all hooked together. So, if I'm correct on this, and I probably am, I don't need the skid on the side anymore. So, let me remove this so we can actually see what we're doing. Let's see. What can I do? What can we do? When you remove No, why? Why? I messed up and I deleted a critical component. I really messed up there. I deleted critical I deleted critical information. I'm gonna go back out here and get more information from this thing. Okay. Okay. Jeez. Dear God. Uh, all right, let's grab this thing. Put it back inside. Copy that again. Do. There we go. I need to drop down to here to do the deleting I need to do. Ah, wonderful. That's there. We can delete that off there. That stuff is gone. Okay. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out fancy plate number 7 here. I'm going to shove that there. I'm going to shove 2 more. I kind of want to put 2 plates out, but then I don't because I've got a plan. And looking at it, it's going to be a very interesting plan if I can get it to work. Go to number 2. All right, we're working with the 2x2 system. I need this to come up. Actually, I have a great idea. There we go. Okay, I need a few more plates to make this work. But it seems like it's going to do really good. The Emperor is watching my career with great interest right now. Okay, that's looking good. And yeah, we'll do that right there. And then onto the outside. Hopefully, oh geez, won't let me attach anything there. All right, we're deleting that. Let's see number 8 again. We're doing that. And let's see if I can pull this off this time around. Nope, still will not let me do it. Why in the frick? Okay. Stupid game. Come on now. Let's see if this isn't the reason. Oh, okay. So I can slap something down there if I really wanted. I can't slap nothing here. All right. We're going to solve that differently here. Can I put stuff on the back? Yes, I can. Guess what, mofo? We are going to go to number 3. Oh, I can't do that. I have a thruster in the way. Well, number 7 it is. Okay, that should give me the angle I need. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Seriously. We can do it one way, but we can't do it the other way. My God, how does this have to be so frickin' difficult? Ah. So, friggin' difficult. Let me look through here for a minute. I'm watching Badger while making a thumbnail for my faction's Mjolnir Superiority Fighter. Okay, Grexion, I may have something else I need you to teach me later. If you're asking what everyone is up to, Eric Evans, Kat Dennings, Costat Meow Meow. Eric Evans calls. Eric Evans, critical failure on rolling a 1. Yep, that's what happened. Rexion, what are you trying to do? Benches don't have placement points on the sides. Yes, I'm realizing that now. My plan was a side saddle or a sidecar. In my opinion, that would make a whole lot more sense. I'm still trying to figure out how to put that on there. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to see. There's no connection point there. And there's no way I can connect anything to that. That's annoying. That's very annoying. Otherwise, this probably would have worked. Okay. Let me think here. Oh, I got it. I know exactly what to do. Let's try this little number here. I might be able to pull this off. First, we strap that there. Then we're gonna try this block here on top. Hope to God this works like I'd like it to. All right, okay, we can strap that there. And we got the beginnings of a kind of a side saddle. That'll give us some stability. We just got to figure out how to put the frickin' seat on there. All right. Not gonna lie, that seems to work also as well. That's gonna work out as well, I think. Surprised at how easily that just kind of snapped together there and just didn't give me as much of a fit as I thought it was going to. All right. I should be able. Let's go here. Ta-da! There we go. Oh, that's kind of interesting. Let's copy this, take it outside. Oh, dadgum. Oh, no, I don't need that. I need admin tools. Weather, be gone. And actually, let's go here to admin tools. We're gonna, at the very least, get to dusk. Okay. And that is a bit more stable. Actually looks better too. Okay, let me see. We'll do this. Turn off steering, turn off propulsion. Turn off the power. Ride height is fine. Friction to 0. Okay, number 2. Yep, that's a lot more stable. Now if I can just, there we go. All right, check that out. We has a side saddle. It's not the most elegant looking thing in the world, but hey, it works. And it's actually way more stable than the original one that I was going to do. Yeah, this is a great little thing to build. This was a good idea. I'm glad I did it. It is needing. Oh wait, wait. I don't need override controls anymore. Ah, much better. Our steering has improved drastically. Yeah, this is working out way better than it did before. You can also hop in here. We have our engineer in the side saddle. This is like you and your buddy heading out to go fix some stuff, do some Batman Robin stuff. Like I said, I have a plan for a lot of this stuff. That's another vehicle basically done. Now, this is one of them that's going to need like a recharge every so often, so you're going to have to recharge it a lot. So, let me see here. Let me guess. Skimmer? Ah, okay. This is all Grexion. I am free if you want to hop into a call if you need some help. Oh no. I have absolutely zero skill when it comes to making thumbnails for the Steam store. That's what I'm wanting help on. You can we'll pick a date and we'll figure out when to do that. By the way, flat Atmo thrusters only damage the block right in front of it. Yeah. So as long as I don't put a block in front of it, it should be fine. Which I would love. Let me see if I can just strap a small set of blocks right there. 7. Yeah, I can't just strap something there because Hold on. Maybe I can. I may have found a glitch. Hey, check that out. Okay, let's get the let's get a small something out here. There we are. There. Now you look like you're in the saddle a little bit more. You look like a little more protected. It's not a lot, but it's something. Okay, so let's see. Like I said, I'm building skimmers here, just coming up with ideas. We're just building skimmers. That's it. I might should have put like 2 spikes coming out the bottom of that thing so it looked kind of gnarly. I could still do that. Hang on. Let me go to 7 here. Because we do need this thing to look. Oh, yeah, that looks rad. Got the 2 spikes sticking off of it. Caught that one idiot going down there. Rip his legs off as you fly by. Then could just line the side of this with spikes as well. Yeah, I'll let other people figure that out. But yeah, there we go. Check that out. That's looking good. This is looking good too. So we got those. I came with an idea for who was it? Came up there and said I needed a trike. But you can put 1 2 block from the front of it. 1 2 block. You mean like a 1/2 block? Oh yeah, I could probably do that. Yeah, it was Eric Evans who sat back and said, "You ought to make it a trike." Well, I got an idea. I have an idea for that, actually. Uh, let me. This is going to be a little bit different. Like I said, this is just me chilling around, just brainstorming ideas. This one's going to have to be number 3 anyway, so let's go with that. Let me see what I got here. Oh, come on now. Not like that. Don't do that to me. There we go. Check that out. So I've got the 2. This is the thing. This is the saddle cockpit with 2. And the only problem I have with this, well, I say I have a problem with this. Let's just try to see if we can make this work. Okay, so number 1, someone said I ought to consider it as a trike. Okay, we're gonna try something here. Whoops, that was wrong. That was the wrong one. It's gotta be number 2. There we go. Saw the new Doom game. Dune, not Doom. Dune game coming out. And I decided, you know what needs to be done? There's one of them. It's the Dune, uh, the bike. I'm trying to do something similar, but not make a trike. Okay, so first off, we're gonna need some power generation. We're gonna need some power. I don't need a battery that big, bub. what I need out of this is, actually, let's put the battery. That's not too high, I don't think. Put the batteries up front. That'll help. Number 4. Slot number 4 there. We are going to need a little bit of storage. Where's my storage at? Number 7. Right there. Just slap a little cargo container right there on the back. No big deal. Don't know if I'm going to need a gyro or not. I don't think I'll need a gyro. I don't think it's necessary. Got some nice little light bars going up there. Now I need something right here. What am I going to do? We need something. Actually, that's perfect right there. Boom, we got weapon storage. Check that out. All right, we got some weapon storage there. We got a battery in the front. I'm going to have to do some kind of grill work onto the front of this thing. And who knows, I might even have to do something underneath it. Let's go here. 9. Let's go ahead. Let's get a half block. 1, half block 2. Think those 2 as half blocks there. There. Nice little forward-facing grill right there. It's not going to cause too many issues. Let's go to number 7 here. See what I can get away with. Story of my life. Let me see what I can get away with here. Oh. Ooh. I think I could get away with that, but we're not going to try. There's that. And let me see. Come on, come on, come on. Where are you? Whoops. Hey, correct. That's not correct at all. There we go. Eh? How is that not correct? Oh, it's because that's not correct. Okay, let's see here. Gotta get a half block here. Or half panel, I think. Yeah, that one there. That'll do it. And then that one there. Come on, where you at? Okay, that's what I need there. All right, so we just need the second one up on the other side. And there we go. We got a nice looking trike looking thing going on here. This is going to be interesting. Let me see here what everyone is saying. No, as in 1 block, 2 blocks from the front of the flat Atmo. Oh, yeah, I could do that. I could do that. Um, yeah, that would make the sidecar look a lot bigger, wouldn't it? Hmm. I'll have to do that later. You could also have the suspension attached on the back of the bench. I don't know how. I couldn't get it to attach the first time. Um, it's right. It'll work right now as it is. I'll check it later. Med kit in the front bumper might look cool. Let me see what the med kit looks like. I have a point there. 9. Mm, yeah, that actually works pretty good. We're gonna leave that right there. I'm gonna leave it just like that. So the next thing, I need to figure out something for the bottom here, and I don't want this thing. Let's see, what do we got? What have I got? What can I do? There's all kinds of little things you can add to something like this. Actually, there we go there. And I probably could center this. And, oh, wait. Turn it like that, because I think, nope, I got that in the wrong spot. Where'd that go? What did I do with that? There we go. And then we'll grab this here. Slap that in. So we got a pretty good storage here in the back. I'll have to modify the rear end here. Let's grab this here now. Oh, yeah, I believe it's this one. Let's increase the ride height to where it's almost over the top here. Friction to 0. Steering, propulsion, all that down. Now this will be interesting. I'm not going to lie. Actually, you know what? I'm going to rip one out of... I'm going to rip one out of your book here, Grexion. Not that way. Now that looks interesting. Let's copy this real quick and take it for a test drive. I got something new. We got a new toy. All right, let's delete landing gear. Okay. Oh, whoa. Okay, let's see what we did wrong there. Huh. That didn't work half as good as I thought it was going to. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, let's go back in here and look at this again. Let's disable steering, obviously. Let's disable brake. Uh-huh. That a little more center there. Other than that, I don't think anything else is wrong with it. Once you turn, man, it just does not like to turn. Ooh. This is not working out like I'd. Oh, wow, it's fun as fuck though. Okay. You know what we need? We need a gyro because this thing is just not wanting to cooperate. Let's just go ahead and take off this one itty bitty system there. Let's see if that gyroscope doesn't help nothing. Ah, we're a little more stable. If we were a little more stable. This is a gyroscope. A first time I didn't have. Okay, so let's go in here and read through some stuff here. Eric Evans here. Standard SG antenna and round beacon side by side after connection small container for utility purposes. Graxion, if you rotate the front suspension, you could have the front wheels tilting inwards too. Can I? It's not a one deal. It's the gyroscope. This is from Grexion. It's the gyroscope. They are set too high. We didn't have a gyroscope before. I've got a gyroscope set now, but this is without the. This is like, yeah, this is effing mental. Here, I'll show you. Just delete that. Hop back on the darn thing. Turn it on, and I don't know what's. Well, that's over. I don't know what happened. Um, then how'd you turn before then? I'm using regular wheels to kind of turn it, kind of like a half track, but a skidded half track. It sure didn't seem to work. Ah, gonna have to, huh, gonna have to figure that one out. That did not go the way I hoped it would. Back to the drawing board after that one went kerplooey, because we've got the front suspension is just the only thing left on it. I'm just like, okay, let's try something different. Okay, back to the drawing board here. Let's try. Oh, that's going to delete that whole entire front chassis. You watch. Yep, I knew it. There with the dang batteries. Okay. And then for the left again, I gotta. Let's try. Let's try that and. Do that. Now, what we're going to do here. We're not going to do that. I'm going to put that back in place. I'll take that completely out. Now I have trike wheels. I don't know if this will work. God, I hope this works. So, this time around, disable steering and propulsion. Friction 0. Power 0. I gotta enable steering, don't I? Oh, come down. Oh. Badger, you dumbass. You forgot to put batteries on it. God, I am dumb sometimes. Hey, look at that. Now, why in the world is one of you going up and one of you going down? We'll have to fix that later. See if I can do that and see if we can't. First, let's do this one. Let's get that steering angle as low as possible. Let's go to the other side here. There we go. That looks interesting. Okay. And then we turn steering off of these because I don't want them to steer. See, now that's getting interesting. I can do something with this. I don't know yet, but I can do something with it. Now for the next part here. What if, hear me out, we do the big 3x3, and I just no, I need that to be 3, I think. There we are. I might need that a little higher. Yep, we're going to need that to be a little higher. Don't worry, we can modify it. We can modify it. I can make it work. Give me a sec, chat. That's going to be an interesting connector port. I'm not going to lie. This is going to make that connector port real interesting to mess around with, I can promise you. Check that Titanic big wheel on the back. Do I need that? Probably not. Let's try a little closer. Nope, could not attach the wheel. We will have to add that there, but we don't have to do it the odd way. Let's just add this here. Make it a little more fragile. All right. Ah, you are joking. This is the fun of Space Engineers, just building random stuff. There, we have functionally H-Reich. Let's, oh good God, let's take this out and see how it goes. If the last one was any contender, Lang is going to be happy with us over this one. I'm making this crap, and right now Kling's like, oh, that is weird right there. That is gonna need, oh, I can engage parking brake. That's gonna need a gyroscope because, dear Lord, that's insane. So we're gonna put this at. Eh, put the gyroscope right there. That'll work. Okay, turn on parking brake. The real question is going to be, what happens when we, oh boy. Oh yeah, that's not, I can't steer. I can't steer. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, and we have blown up. Okay. Well, that's a failure. Now, yes, it has failed, but I do like this suspension system right here. That's doing pretty good. We're having failures. We're having failures. Okay, that might actually be the issue. Yeah, I think it's Kling. Grexion again, try turning friction completely off and use thrusters and gyros to drive and turn. I think that's what we're gonna have to do with the skimmers. I thought I could do something, and it really didn't do what I was hoping it would do. Depending on the weight of the skimmer, you actually can have some friction to reduce the slippery feeling when driving. Yeah, I think we're winning with this front because that was pretty darn stable. It was just turning it and controlling it, and I'm kind of wanting. See, we're getting somewhere with this design. This design is getting somewhere. It is just this back piece. This wheel has to be removed. That's why we call it space engineering. Now, for this thing in particular, actually, for a singular unit that we're going to drive around, here's a plan. Can't put that there. Can't put that up there. Huh. That's stupid. Let's go up here and attach corner lights. For some reason, it will not let me put that thruster there. That's wild. Can I attach anything else there? Like, I can't put a battery there. That's the weirdest part. Oh, wait. Let me try something. Let me add steering back. Oh yeah, we don't have power. Let's slap one battery on there. There we go. Look, oh yeah, that's the issue. Okay, number 4. We'll just slap 2 mini thrusters right there. That's just going to work wonderfully. And then we'll do this like a small unit. While I figure out where everything is going to go. Let me see, what is this? This is short wheel suspension left. I need 2x2. All right, so that's for the left side. I think that'll work there, like so. There we go. Yeah, that's working. That's working good. And then just add system back here. Nope. That was the 3x3. And that's in the wrong spot. Yeah, I think we can make this work. I need to see what I can attach to this thing first, though. Let's go head number 4 here. I'm going to attach that to one side. Pull that off. Attach one there. Okay, we're not going to be able to attach 2 to either side, but according to this, boom, we can attach those there. So now we have what might be the makings of an independent bike. It'll just be like a small independent unit you can drive around yourself. So let's start out by giving ourselves... Oh, that's the wrong deal. We need some batteries. Battery and battery. There we are. Number 4. Pull that around. And number 7. Give ourselves a small cargo container. Just to make this thing work. And I don't have room on this thing for anything else. Let's go ahead and grab both of these guys. We're going to take... Where is the steering angle? We're going to run that to its absolute limit. What happens there? Okay, that doesn't look right. All right. Let's see how far we can push this thing here. Let's, okay, one down there. And we're going to do this individually. And one down there. Steering angle is maxed out. We're going to... There we go there. Max that steering angle out. There we go. Turn off steering on everything. No propulsion. No propulsion. Let's go ahead and grab all these here. I don't want to encroach upon that thruster too much. I don't know what will happen. Okay. Should work. 2 batteries. Let's see how this thing plays out. And I just realized I forgot one key component. Forgot the dang gyro. I'm going to put that at. Put the dang gyroscope right there. Oh, that is not enough battery power to run this thing. But it's stable. Ish. Ooh, shoot, shoot, shoot. Yeah, we're talking some speed now. We got some speed going now. Oh, boy. Well, that is a problem with skimmers. That thing is. Wait, there's like 2 or 3 P. Yeah, there's a piece just going there. Look at that sucker go. Like, oh, there goes a tire. Well, the Indian blew up. Head back to Outpost Beta here. I think I have the ride height out to max. I don't know. I'll check. We're gonna have to do some modifications here. We're gonna have to give it more power. It needs more energy. Let's see here. We'll go into here. Ride height offset till it's maxed. Okay. Let me see. Can I put another thruster in there? Is that possible? No, I don't think it is because it's not going to let me. Now the back end here, we're going to have to modify this some more. I think I can probably just strap 2 more thrusters to each side. And we're going to have to add another 2 batteries. Just see if I can get the power I need to run this stupid thing. And then that. And then number 6, we'll do the gyroscope. And then 7, well, I was hoping I could put those on, but that doesn't seem to be gonna happen. Wait, let me try this. Pull the ride height in a bit. And then I'll this will be like a courier unit. Okay, that's looking good. Now let's get the front end of this thing looking nice. 7. Let me see here. See, that's another issue right here. Let's take that off. Let's go back to the half blocks here. Okay, that's looking pretty decent. Actually, let's go ahead, and then we're going to make this thing look a little meaner, more post-apocalyptic. That says post-apocalyptic like the little blades in the front. Oh, now that looks nice. Oh, that looks wicked. Now we're talking. Okay. Let's try bringing this out here. See how it works this time. Now, as long as I'm careful with it, should be all right. Yeah, we got plenty of power now. It's like a small courier unit. That's looking good. But I think it's got too many we got too many saddles on here. But it's nice. We'll take a couple of the one deals off. This is one of those things. It's like a short range vehicle. It's not going to get you very far. It's not meant to, at least. So let's take the side saddles off because we have enough stuff here. This one little cargo container give you like 64 liters of cargo. That'll do. That'll do. Everything else is just not necessary. Yeah, that's looking more like a regular vehicle and not a something that's just slapped together. That looks good. Now there are a few issues with placement and things like that, but it's working. It's working like I want it to. So that would be like a single person's vehicle. You know, the gyroscope takes a lot of power in small grids with few batteries on them. Yeah, yeah. Like I said, this is not supposed to be like the longest range. This is not supposed to be the longest of range vehicles here. It should just drive a little bit and get from point A to point B. We're not even gonna have weapons on this thing. Don't tell me this is more stable than. Oh, dear Lord, that's actually pretty darn stable. Huh. I'll have to angle these things more often. That's actually pretty stable on a one deal. But yeah, before anyone like freaks out, this is just this is just for a little side project of mine. It doesn't have to be like crazy good. It just has to work. Let me see. Can I just press park? Nope. And yet again, the weather here on Pertam is going to screw with me. Be gone, weather. There we go. Yeah, that's working out pretty good. So we've got, what am I say here, like 3 different types of skimmers that I can pull up. This one, I'm not even sure how I'm going to paint it. Ugh. Maybe later. There we go. So we got one micro skimmer. We got another micro skimmer that can be bought. We also have another skimmer that's kind of working, but kind of not. I may do another small one at some point in time, but what I really want to do is a large one. Something with multiple grids and a suspension system. If I can do that, that would be interesting to build and figure out. Yeah, so far these are looking pretty good in the way that they're being built. We've got this one. We've got this guy here, but he's kind of an older unit. This one here's the more advanced version. And yeah, we can make some hover tanks. I actually like this wheel suspension kind of being kind of sideways, canted a bit. Let's see how that looks on this. Let's go ahead and do that canting thing a little bit. Go to K. First off, let me look at the wheels here. Go to K. Let's grab. Oh, I can't do that to all of them because two of them are perpendicular to the rest of the vehicle. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, we can get a version of this. We can get it's like the hot rod version. We've got the main thrusters pushing this thing around. Yeah, these aren't meant to be very. I know people are sitting back going, "Oh, efficiency, efficiency." Yes, 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 yes. I know efficiency is an issue here. Some of these, but it's not something I'm worrying too much about because I don't need. Oh, this would look good green. This would really look good green. Let me. Well, that kind of green. This is darker green here, maybe. Ah, there we go. Let's have to paint it up a little bit. Let's do kind of a dark gray in certain spots. Ugh. Getting tired and sleepy. There we go. That looks nice. Okay, so we got the one man, the two man, the multi man. So this is just different ideas for different systems. I've got a plan for all this. I just don't want to tell anyone about it yet because I've got some pretty cool ideas for this that if it all works out, it'll work out pretty good. Now that we've done that, let's go ahead. I'm gonna number one. Let's do that. I don't know what I just did there. I said do something, and my brain said, "Nah, belay that order." Patrick doesn't know what he's talking about. Okay, we're gonna have this big platform here because I gotta make some stuff work. Okay, so this next thing here. Hmm. This next one's gonna have to be like an outrigger system. That's what small reactors are for. Yeah, I'm kind of wanting to get away from small reactors because I don't want this thing to last more than a couple of minutes. So that when you're driving it, it has to do with something I'm planning on doing. I don't want to say too much. It's an idea that I've had going on for a while for space engineers. I just right now I finally got a moment where I can just sit back and work on it. And that's been the issue. See, we got 3 good models here. They'll work out great for what I'm planning. I may do another larger model as a type of rig. And then there's another thing on here. Hang on. Go to F10. Type in. Here we go. Where is the buggy? Where's the buggy? Where is it? All right, let's go over here then. So you got this thing here. And that is pretty good until you run to the comparison that a skimmer can actually keep up with this thing. Because even driving hard on the... Okay, why do I no longer have the ability to turn? There we go. I was pushing the wrong thing. Though this thing can go. Oh! Yep. That's the problem. You can't go like flying fast with something like this. Otherwise it'll flip. So the idea is to have these skimmers because the idea is I want to eventually do something desert wise. Over those big sand duney looking deserts. If you know what I'm talking about. You go out in there and it's nothing but sand dunes. Yeah, like this. I got plans for something like this. I got to figure out how to make it all work though. That's the kicker. Made this thing a little bit bigger though. we go. All right. Now, for the big one. Here's the interesting aspect of this. So, this is going to be like a much bigger craft that can go a pretty good distance. Grexion here. Quick question to you, Badger. If you make a small ship that has one reactor as a backup, do you have it piped to the ship systems, or do you keep it separate so you can decide how much uranium that goes into it? I have a good survival-friendly rover called M20 Fenrir. Right now, I only have two variants of it, one with a turret and one for troop transport. Um, really doesn't matter. I usually let, if I have a backup reactor for something, I just shove in what I need. Um, if I'm cruising, what I'll do is I'll just set up the whole system to where I can just cruise on it. That way it's not causing any issues or anything like that. Um, I'm trying to figure out right now is how do I do an independent suspension system for this, but still have like an outrigging system that will shift and move. Actually, do I need the system to move? Yeah, I need it to move. I need to shift and do other things. This is this is probably going to be more along the lines of a smaller vehicle. I guess is what you could call it. I got to figure out how I'm going to do this though. So what I want is something that, other than maybe side to side thrust, the main thruster is separate from the rest of the unit. Give me just a sec. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. I'm gonna catamaran this bitch. Um, don't ask me how. And please don't ask me why. So there's a central point right there. Actually, what I need to know is in terms of solar panels, what. Oh, so it's 5 wide. What about. Oh, okay. That's that's cool. So we're doing a solar powered vehicle here, by the way. It's not going to have crazy amounts of solar power. It's just going to need enough to get from point A to point B. I am going to put in some stuff on it so it will be a little bit smoother ride. But it's going to work more like a ship. Now the question here is, how do I get this thing? That is a conundrum. And I don't want... I swear, if this is weather again. Okay. So you see where I'm coming from here. Unable to place. Yeah, unable to place that there. Okay, we could do something here like this. So the solar panels would be down inside of it. And I don't want... This has got to be more of a... How do I put this? This particular unit is going to be a little bit more cost effective, I think is the right term. Let's see something here. Oh. Oh, hello. Mr. White, look what we just did. So, that makes things interesting. Now, I don't know if I can do a good suspension system on this. I don't think I can. But as far as building a catamaran-style vessel that can go from point A to point B. Actually, what we'll do, here's what we're going to do. Because this is going to be what I'm going to call an outrigger class. It's going to be done a little bit differently. Because one of the things about the outrigger class that I'm doing with this is the outrigger has to be... It can't have multi-thrusters all over the place. Or at least it can't have... I don't know how I'm going to do this. We're going to need to experiment with some things. Let's experiment. Let's experiment. Okay, so first things first. Because this is going to be a solar sailing vessel. We're going to have our first primary section here. That's going to be the primary engine. This is going to be like a secondary secondary section of the ship. Oh, I know what I can put there. I know exactly what I can put there. We're going to do this. Heck yeah, we're going to do this. I'm going to want this stuff on the top, I think, later. All right, that's done. And I think I can make this kind of look like netting. There. Check that out. Check that out. That looks good. Looks like net grading. That'll be great for an outrigger. We can build an outrigger class with that. So, let me see here. Let's go ahead and take that off. Gonna need the helm to be right about in here. That's where we're gonna want the helm at. Let's see here. With the solar panels, yet again. This is one of those things where you're not wanting, you're being conscientious, but then again, you're not. All right, we're gonna set that there. Yeah, I don't think that helps the outrigger concept. Let's go ahead and go back to the original design. We'll do that there. Now for the outside here, where's our wheelbase? We're gonna go 3x3, I believe. Yeah, we'll go 3x3. And it just does not want to cooperate. Here we go. Pull some maneuvers there. All right, this is lefty suspension. We're gonna put that right there. And I'm gonna spin that around, put that right there, and then we'll build some kind of skiff system going off there. That'll help. We'll do that. And then comes the skiff concept. Because this is where the main engine is going to go. But we're only going to have engines going forward and backwards. I think it'd be the best option. There's a way I'm wanting to do this. And I'm currently having trouble trying to figure out how to make it work. We really need to just test concepts here. And that's what this is going to be, just a test of concept. So for this part, we're going to need a few more blocks just to, make it work. Let's go here. Actually, no. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. Let's go back here. And we'll go here. We have like the two of them. I just realized I should have made this thing like 3 wide. We can get around that. Number 5. I think. Dang. All right, we're sure. Yeah, okay. So the helm is 3. Okay, that sucks, but understandable. Understandable. All right, let's go back here. Put that in place, and then First off, number 3 grate. And then there we go. Very water world. And with this, you can add this little guy here. We've got some power coming to this. That's cool. For all this to sit properly, though, I'm going to have to really work on some stuff. So we're going to need a second layer up here. Do that right there. This way I can start adding oh, why do I keep going to that one? All right, there we go. And so the next part is number 2. Okay, that's going to be interesting because I'm not going to be able to get that one there. So we go 2, 1, 2, 3. I may add that in later. Actually, this is just test run. We're just testing to see. Need one thruster there. That may be it for the moment. And maybe a gyro here somewhere. Here we are. See if that doesn't help this steering issue I currently got. Seems to be stabilizing a bit. Oh, there we are. We're already stabilizing. There. All right, we're stabilized. Let's grab this. Steering, disable propulsion. Power down to nothing. Friction to nothing. All right, let's add a battery here. There, a couple of batteries. That should help us out a lot. Okay, one little thruster is not going to be enough to really stop all this, but that's not what I'm trying to figure out here. Oh boy. I think side to side thrust is just going to be a necessary thing. So we have no side to side thrusters right here. See, that's interesting right there. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm trying to get to, at least. All right, slow it down. Just slow it down now. Okay, let's add a few more thrusters just to get the... And we just need one more on the front here. Like I said, experimenting. We're experimenting. All right. Now this one thruster, come on. So the plan here, now this is pod racing. Yes, 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 yes. Chronic Uggs just goes, now this is pod racing. Bring it down to 5 and just see how it travels. Now this is a skiff. We have the basic idea of a skiff here, of a sand skiff. Let me simple. That's going to be a fun one. That tree is going to be a fun one too. See, we are just kind of sailing through the desert, so to speak. I have a vision for this idea of mine, and you're kind of looking at it right here, everyone. You're kind of seeing how this is going to start playing out. The plan is to put more, just have a series of complex ships just like kind of bouncing around through here. Hopefully, Clang doesn't take effect. But this is actually a okay, okay, okay. Ooh, now. Calm yourself, calm yourself. Run it to about a not 1 nautical mile. Let's spin this thing around, start heading back to base with it. Let it just kind of push itself along here. Yeah, with this, doing this, it's actually fairly efficient as far as power consumption goes. Let me read through some of these stuff as it kind of lurches its way forward. We'll give it about 3 nautical miles of speed. See how it does with that. Just 3. The good part about this is the engines will actually prevent it from going too fast. So you see right here with just this kind of power, 4 batteries, no nuclear battery, just the solar panels pushing in, pumping energy in. We're looking at 3 to 4 hours of drive time with this, or sand sailing. Oh boy, we didn't have the thrust for that one. Okay, let's give it 4. We'll give it 4. Let me read through some of this stuff. I tend to keep it separate from the rest of the ship, mainly to keep weight down by deciding how much uranium goes into it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that would make sense. Oh boy, we're just not able to get up over this hill, are we? 4 nautical miles and we're still kind of screwed. Let me pull this back a little bit more. We'll kind of aim this thing a little bit over here, and we'll probably be able to get over this sand dune here real quick. Let's just see if we can. By the way, Badger, would you be interested to know that my carrier you did a review of can fly in Pertam without a full load with a full load of fighters, ice, and ammo on board with 0 issues? Yeah, I remember you telling me about that. So a while back, I reviewed a carrier that was Grexion's, and it can apparently me and him when we were doing the missile thing, me and him were talking about it, and he said it can easily fly in Pertam with almost no issues. Yeah, if I had like 2 thrusters providing power, they would easily just push this thing over, which we don't have right now. But like I said, this is the very smallest form of skiff that I can build, at least in this particular category. We could do pod racing, though, I guarantee it. How could we do that? Could we build a pod racer? That's probably not something I need to build, but okay. Oh boy, we probably don't need to build that. Like I said, I'm not really pushing this thing in speed. We could go faster. I'm not lying. We could go faster. Yeah, this little skiff concept is actually turning out a lot better than I thought it would. If I let me think here. If I subgrid some of the skiff pieces, so this is what I'm kind of talking about here. I don't want this to be too easy to control. It's like right now, the main engine housing, or this main piece right here, which is where the engine, a lot of the components are going to be stored, that is doing what it's supposed to. And now I can turn this little skiff, which runs on solar power, by the way. We're going to turn the skiff down a little bit. And there we go. Now let's grab these wheels here real quick. Like I said, we're just experimenting here. We're going to add 0.1 friction. Now, if I stop, the 0.1 friction should eventually start taking over after a while. It should slow it down. Should, being the optimal word here. Instead, it just seems to be meandering along here. Oh, well. Okay, let me hop out here. We'll put something a little more powerful on here. Okay, we'll go G. Like I said, I'm experimenting with something here. All right, number 3. Oh, that engine is way more powerful. See, I can disconnect the main housing from. Whoa, now. Just go to 4, buddy. We can just connect the main housing to this. This becomes a whole lot more efficient in terms of power. In terms of power consumption, this is a whole lot better. Not gonna lie. Now, I think I can probably get these tires a little, one thing's a little bit closer together. Probably stick them all one direction and tilt them. So what's happening here, for those that are just now joining up and you're wondering um, what I'm doing here. One of the problems with subgridding is when you subgrid something, you're almost unable to control it. And I am partially wondering, actually, that's a great idea to test. Let's run that. Let's yank that off here. I want to try something. We're going to do a simple subgrid. Slap a hinge on here, like so. And then we're going to slap that on. Now I need to test this in a subgrid fashion. All right, let's see if this works. It's working. More power. We're up to 9 knots of power at the moment. I want to say the rest of the grid is fighting me at the moment. Yep. I think the other thrusters are fighting me. We may get a clang out of this. Okay. So that works. Let's try. Let's just yank some thrusters off here. And we're going to just directly attach them. There we go. Now, for those that are wondering, this is just me creating. Okay, we're going to have to get creative here a little more. All right, and pull out number 4 here. Oh, not there. All right, there we go. Now, let's see. Aha. It's not fighting me anymore. So it can be done. So for those of you wondering what's happening here, I have somehow managed to create or figured out a method of travel using a subgridded engine system with the main housing. I'll show you what I mean here. We're being stabilized by this main unit. The engine that I have on top, it is subgridding like nobody's business. It's doing a good job. And we're going one way too fast for my personal liking. And it appears that we've got an interesting concept here that I have theorized about. This is what I was thinking about all day. Can I do this? Because I know here's the problem. He says is he doesn't watch where he's going. This system here has been something I have wondered because normally when you've got um, subgridded thrusters, you have some difficulties. Now, mind you, I do plan on trying to create a suspension system, and so when this thing hits, it kind of bends and curls and everything as it goes. I will attempt to correct itself. As of right now, we're skimming along pretty easily. He says as he starts getting air. See, I have no real side to side control. The thrusters are just for controlling. It's just to stabilize the build so that it rummages across the desert really quickly. But yeah, that was the entire thing. I've been thinking about this all day today because we started doing skimmers and let me see here. Grexion has a question here. Have you tried at making a Clang engine at any point, Badger? No, but we almost made a bucking bronco one time off stream. Do y'all want to see that? Do you want to see the bucking bronco concept? Okay, let me get back here. Get that down to 4, so it'll slow down a bit. So now what this means is I can attach at the very minimum. Oh boy, this is going to be fun. Shoot. Come on, baby. Slow down. Let's just do this. There we go. And we'll just slowly get up there. Yeah, so Clang driving, yeah, it's okay. It's not my cup of tea. This here figuring out coming up with a concept idea and figuring it out, that's more my speed. I do think what I want to do is we're going to go with this 3-point concept here. Oh boy, we're going to have to. There, we've got like a small little thrust. And y'all don't realize what this is doing, but this is actually more like a boat. It's like I'm sailing, honestly. If you're wondering what I'm doing at this particular moment, I have no control over side to side, back or forward. I have no means of stopping this thing. The thrusters on all 4 sides are just there to provide some sort of stability. And it may stop, it may not. But here we are. All right, just there we go. I can almost push this thing around. It's so light. Actually, I can. Watch this. Walk over here and push it. There. So you can actually push this thing around. It's so lightweight and so easy to push. I'll have to modify the everything to make it work better. I'm trying to figure out what the heck. I think I put, are these 2x2 wheels? No, those are 3x3s. What am I doing with 3x3s on there? I put 2x2s on one side and 3x3s on the other. But experiment done. That actually worked out. So let me see if I can do this bucking bronco thing. We did this a while back, and it was absolutely hilarious. Um, let's see. For this, we're going to need a couple things. We're going to need piston that. This is going to be the definition of tomfoolery. We'll do it right here. We'll do it right here. All right, we'll take that off. Dang, gonna need a rotor. We'll do a small head. Really? A small head. There we are. All right. Here we go. We've got a small rotor head. And we're going to do a... Why am I still... Oh. That and that. This is just the stupid stuff you come up with when you're playing Space Engineers. We have this in place. Let me see if I remember how I did this correctly. Oh, this is going to be fun. Yeah, so welcome to the Mechanical Bowl, everybody. Where's that piston at? All right, I can reverse that. Let's go to K. Piston. Okay, I think y'all can probably see that. That is like really hard to see. Oh, it's not doing it. Huh. Let's go back here. No. Turn that back on. Hinge one. Okay, this might do it. Nope, not doing it. Huh. Weird. Did they fix that? No. Did they fix that? Did they fix Clang? They couldn't have. There's no way. No, they didn't. Could they? This is like the easy. For those wondering, this is like the easiest Clang you can do. Or used to be. From the way this is working. Nope, Clang is still alive. Where'd he go? It is still alive. Okay, okay, okay. Let's try this again. Oh, it's stuck now. Oh, it broke. There we go. Now we're flying. This is, like I said, this is just the simplest Clang you can do. So Clang is not dead. Okay, let's make a Clang. Let's make a rodeo Clang. We're gonna make a Clang mechanical bowl. That's what we're doing. Oh wait, it is clanging. It's just not clanging well enough. Let's oh, I got an idea. F it. Oh, here we go. Oh, this is gonna hurt. This is gonna be bad. Hang on, guys. Let's put this down here. And we're gonna detach. And two. And holy crap. We're riding Clang. We're riding Clang. We're riding Clang, boys. We have no control over what's happening. We're just riding the Clang at the moment. Here we go. Yes, Malve. Maeve Vermillion, yes, would love to see the concept. Eric Evans, Buck, yeah. Smiley. Grexion, they would never dare. You are in creative, not survival. Creative is less clang free. Yeah, but we're enjoying Clang at the moment. Let me see if I can get myself to where I can. Yeah. Yeah, there's no way in heck this isn't gonna. Let's see if we can disable this a bit. Oh boy. Pull back, pull back. Nope. 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 Clang says no. Clang says you got on this ride, you'll get off when I tell you to. I'll jump off here. Oh boy. Hey, whoa. You know what would make this better? All right, let's see if I can pull this off here. See if we make this more stupid. Now, the question here is, can I latch this on to a Declang device? Oh, stop. Stop. Ow. Yeah, Clang will kill you if you're not careful. Ow. No. Just stop. Well, we're not getting back on this thing again. I even tried turning it off. It's not going to turn off. Actually, it doesn't even have a, oh, that's why it didn't retract. It doesn't have a battery on it. We are stuck in this position until further notice. Ah, okay. That works. Okay. All right. Let's make the rodeo clown look even worse than it already is. Screw it. We'll work with that. Okay. G menu. Pull this down. Shoot on. Oh wait, no. Let's redo that. Shoot on off. Activate Clang. Come on, Clang. Clang. Did it again. What in the heck? That's weird. You know what? Screw it. Piston. Gonna jack that velocity up there. Is there any way I can increase power? Nope. Let's just see what this does. Oh, and here we go again, boys. And now, to make this even more terrifying. Oh, that's out of control. Can you imagine just dropping this onto an enemy's base and just watch them try to figure out how to deal with this nonsense? Oh, that's terrifying. Oh, it stopped. Oh, it stopped. Nope, it's going back up again. Like, yeehaw. I can weaponize this. How would I do it? How do we weaponize this nonsense? Hold up. I have a plan. Hold on, Arthur. I have a plan. Let me just delete your... No. What object? Okay, we deleted the Clang device of Doom. We're going to make another Clang device of Doom. Don't worry, folks. Let's see. I need a... we need a landing gear. Bingo. Okay. We got to make this Clang device work really well. Okay, how are we gonna make this work? Number one, I need to start putting guns on it. Ah, not like that. Oh, I can't place that there. This will be the last thing before I go to bed, chat. Grexion, 2 Clang Cola, 1 Cosmic Coffee. If you can get back on it, Clang Rodeo. We're going in a whole different direction now because I've now messed with this, and now I must needs create crazy ass contraption of Megadeth. Oh, this is horrible. Okay, we need a battery. Right in the middle there. That'll get everything done exactly how it's supposed to get finished. No, not like that. Nope. We're gonna try and make this Clang device look good. So, this is gonna be insane. I'm not gonna lie. Because the creative juices just got to flowing. And I do not know what this is going to do. We're going to take this away from our little base we got going on here. Actually, we'll do that instead. Boy, y'all going to find this funny as heck. I mean, the only thing I'm going to have to say to this is, Clang, are you pleased? Moment here, chat, as I figure out how to create something so terrifying. It defies the laws of nature. This is going to be kind of interesting. I'm at a point where I'm like, I don't even care if it looks nice now. I'll build a nicer version later. This is not going to end well at all. I can just tell. No, 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 no. I want this. There's that one. I'm not going to lie. This is going to take a minute. I might even need to timer block this baby. There's that one too, and slap that one in there. Okay. Huh. This has just become an abomination to the likes of which I've never seen before. All right, it's all run on a single system. Let's go ahead. Gee, I need a timer block. I need a timer block for this nightmare. And a button. All right. Have that start. Okay, I'm going to need an access panel. Just so I can get in here and access this thing. Oh boy. When it's late. All right, we need a 10-second delay. Setup actions. Number one. All these pistons need to activate at one time. Oh, this is going to be a lot of clang. Okay, I need one more timer block. Just one. This horrendous machination can thus be all unleashed upon the world. Then timer block 2 is going to engage. It's going to start. It's going to have a 10, about a 5-second delay after that happens. And that's going to cause all of these to just turn the chute on. I'll have to refine this crap at some point in time. Okay, let's copy this thing. Here we go. We've copied the Clang Bomb. That's what I'm calling this, the Clang Bomb. We're going to go on the other side of the map here to activate the Clang Bomb. I'm not even sure if I'm safe this far away. But we're going to find out. All right. Imagine you're at your base and this hedgehog-looking thing shows up. You ain't got a clue because life's about to get interesting. Okay. Should be a full 10 seconds before this thing really starts taking off. Well, that was anticlimactic. Oh, wait. I know what I did wrong. It's the speed of it. I think it's the speed. No, no. Fuck. I discovered Clang enforcers while messing around with the frickin' Clang bomb. Oh, that didn't go well. Get a little closer this time. Alright, there we go. We'll delete that. Delete that because it's not helping. Alright, Clang bomb. Got that. Let's go over here to the one deal. This is what should do it. Maximize velocity. Alright. Here goes nothing. Just in time for the 4th of July, boys. This is either going to be really good or really stupid. Oh, it's not going to do it. Oh, come on. Has it got too much weight? How do we weaponize this? Cue intro to $6 million man. We have the technology to build the world's first fuckery machine. Yeah. Renegade Monday. Hey. Eric Evans, increased pisto strength. Renegade Monday, add wheels and a gyro. Not too overwhelmed and watch it shoot and roll around the planet. That's the thing. I'm trying to get this thing to do its job, but it won't do it. Let's try. Okay, well, never mind. Let's delete you. Because I'm not getting where I want to go. Here's what we're going to do. I wonder if that's not the issue. I wonder if I need like a regular block in here for it to slam into. Oh, wow, really? That just had to come loose, didn't it? Oh, well. There's a question. How's the other parts of this working? How the rest of this thing all hook together? There's a question for the ages. All right, let's check these pistons here. Full power. Okay. As Rafiki said, It is time. Let's see what this baby can do. Oh, it's not clanging. Well, we got one to clang. The question here is, how do I get this thing to clang like it's supposed to? I don't know if it's because I'm using the girders, maybe. We're going to make this thing clang. All right. No. There we go. Now over here. Let's grab this bad boy a second time. That is just weird. Okay, one more attempt. I got one more idea. If I recall, see if this doesn't help. This is either going to absolutely work or completely fail. Either way, I know you're all here for it. Now, where's the button? Where's the button? There's button. Oh, we had a situation there happen. Come on. We're getting there. Maybe all the pistons are screwing with each other too much. Okay. Let's do one. Maybe we have too many pistons. Oh, come on. We can do this. Maybe if I give it a minute. Doesn't appear to be moving. Let me think. over the sound of droning machine guns. As I try to figure out how to make this work. Oh wait, I got a plan. Oh, that's actually a pretty good idea. Hold up. Here we go. Okay. Let's go back. Okay, reverse that. Okay, turn all that off. Whew. All right. We're going to have that trigger immediately. And we're going to put the parachute hatch in here too. Tell it to open. Okay, I think this will do it. But we're going to have to take this to a height. I have to take it high enough that when the parachute, that I can get to it in time and the parachute can be activated. Oh, this is terrifying. Because this thing will probably do it now. Once I get it to like a high enough altitude. The kicker is, can I get to that button in time? And if it's parachuting down, we have a higher probability of it clinging because it seems to be acting like a hedgehog. Not the blue fast kind. Okay. I'm with you, buddy. There it is. There it is. I don't know why it didn't activate like it was supposed to. The parachute has not engaged at all. Oh wait, there's the parachute. It's just not engaging. There we go. Oh, it's not doing anything. Yeah, it ripped right through there. Hey, so we had a good... It's messed up. Well, not as successful as I'd like it to be. Yeah, not as impressive as I thought it was going to be. I was hoping it would have been more ingenuitive, but it just didn't seem to want to do what I wanted it to do. I mean, we have the existence of a clang going on right here. It should break at some point and just go absolutely berserk, but it's not. I'll just leave that out here. And we'll hope to God that thing doesn't come back and bite me in the butt later. But unfortunately, everyone, that's going to be the end of the stream as I sit here and get going. Let me see. Me and a few friends once made a sound bomb that actually crashed a server. Oh, that's awesome. Piston strength is the issue, I think. Yeah, I think it's the piston strength as well. Because we did the one clang device down here and it worked out great. As once this thing once that happens, this sucker does pretty good once it goes through. Oh, now we're stuck. Maybe that's what I needed to do. But it's gone through now. Maybe if we reverse the pistons. Oh, there's an idea. Let's go find that thing. Shouldn't be hard to find. Let's go find it. Should hear gunfire here in a minute. Don't tell me we lost a clang bomb. Yeah, I'd love to figure out how to explain that to the man. Yeah. Oh well, nope, we didn't lose it. Yeah, that'd be interesting to explain to the superior officer. Yeah, we attempted to weaponize clang, and how did that go? We lost the bomb. I can just hear him. It'd be a black guy. That'd be the guy if I was in the military and I did this nonsense. Say, do you mean to tell me that you ignorant retards created a bomb that weaponized clang and you lost it? Like, yep, that sounds about right. Oh boy, I think this thing probably could clang out a little bit more, but it just doesn't want to. Let's just see what happens. And nothing. One of the guns appears to have run out of ammo. Or it just kind of hurt itself on the way down. Well, yeah, we created a clang bomb. I'm just going to leave that out in the desert. Let it shoot itself off and figure itself out. I figured the single ones would be best because we could probably mount like 2 guns to those. Drop that in via parachute and set like the parachute to a timer block. And then everybody in base just has these multiple spinning, clanging out nightmares, just losing their minds. Let's see if I can flip this thing over. Not like that, but okay. See, it clangs right up until it gets past that point. You need to probably limit the distance of it, I suppose, and then just add 2 guns to the front of it, give it a bunch of ammunition, drop them onto the enemy. After they get down to a certain point, all of a sudden the guns light up, the clang system engages, and you've got these spinning guns just going all over the place, just wreaking absolute havoc. Oh, that would be terrifying. It's too bad you can't get a missile to go up there and lock into a ship. Just have it go there with the landing gears, just lock on, and then push a button. The clang system activates, and suddenly the other guy's like, "Wait, why do I have this? Why am I turning left all of a sudden? Why can't I stay right?" I feel like I'm in NASCAR. This is what happens when you take away the Marines' crayons. Oh, dude, I have a skit for the Marine Corps that is just hilarious. But yeah, I think that was the issue. I think it's the weight. I think if we can keep the weight down, actually, I may do that in the next video. We may create a weaponized clang device. Drop it, parachute engages. After about 3 seconds, a parachute engages. The clang device then activates its primary piston, and then it just starts shooting. Like it just starts wailing bullets. It'd be even worse if we put the autocannon on there because the autocannon would actually provide a little bit of extra recoil, which would further anger Clang. The problem is it doesn't have the fire rate. That's the only problem here. It doesn't have the fire rate of a regular Clang device or of a minigun. But then imagine that thing dropping out of the sky with enough ammunition to last for a little bit. As it floats down, it just basically showers everybody, just spinning around, throwing bullets everywhere. And when it lands, it's just going to keep spinning around, throwing bullets everywhere. And everybody on the ground is going to have to figure out how to kill the darn thing because it's just sitting there, just wheeling around like a buzz saw from hell. Yeah, this is what I need to make. Next time we are going to build a Clang device. We're going to build a weaponized Clang device. It's not going to be there to do anything particularly interesting. It's just going to be one of those things that's just, yeah, I want to screw with the other guy. And this is how we're going to do it with the most simplistic Clang device ever. But yeah. Anyway, folks, hope you guys enjoyed the live stream. It is getting a little late. I am going to have to go to bed. It is, God, it's really late. I got a little carried away with the Clang device. But anyway, hope to see you guys in the next